So these are the questions that I got on Instagram. I need this right now, take my money. It's potentially going to venture into like a new business idea. I actually styled my extensions. Well, I don't know if I'd say styled. I let my hair air dry yesterday and then I just added some curl to it today, and I'm pretty obsessed with the outcome of how it looks. But I actually got ready today, which life hack, if you want to improve your ability to create videos at the drop of a hat, you need to get ready in the morning. That should be obvious, right? But I've noticed that the days that I actually put some makeup on and put myself together, I'm like 80% more likely to film videos that day. So easy content hack, but a lot of times in the morning I'm just too lazy and I don't want to. I'm getting ready for a meeting. It's a Google meeting, which you guys know I'm not a big Zoom Google meeting person, but this one's really exciting. I can't share too much about it right now, but it's potentially going to venture into like a new business idea. So I'm meeting with some people to see like how feasible it is, and I'm really excited about it because I think I'm ready to like start some new things. But obviously if it works out and I actually do it, I'll be sharing like every step of the way with you guys, because I'm sure there might be other people out there who are wanting to do something similar. So I'll let you know how it goes, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. You guys, the call went so good. I'm honestly so excited. I think that I've been feeling, if I'm being totally honest, I've been feeling like pretty uninspired for a long time. And I know this is not like a unique feeling. I know a lot of business owners like get to this place where they kind of feel like that. And this idea for potentially this new project that I'm going to be working on is like really invigorating me. Like I'm so excited about it. So stay tuned because I can't wait to share more about it with you guys. But I thought right now would be a good time to answer some questions, because I've got a lot of questions from you guys on Instagram. And it's been a while since I did sort of like a chit-chatty Q&A. So let's get into some of those questions, shall we? Okay, so these are the questions that I got on Instagram. I'm gonna try and choose questions that are a variety of things. So obviously some course related questions, obviously some personal ones. We'll just do a mix of everything. But let's start with course creation questions. So somebody said, have any OCA students done courses on mindfulness? Yes, we've had over 3,200 students in OCA, and honestly, we've had students create courses in pretty much every industry you can imagine, including mindfulness. The one thing I would note here, in order to make a mindfulness topic profitable, is you want to think about what the outcome is that mindfulness is helping to achieve. So you wouldn't really want to position it, in my opinion, you wouldn't really want to position it as like a course on mindfulness. You would want to position it as a course on making more money, for example. That's just the first outcome that came to mind. Let's say it's making money or being healthier or something, some sort of specific ideal outcome. Maybe mindfulness is the way that you get them there, and that's what your course teaches, but it's not really like the end result. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's really all about positioning your course topic in a way that makes people feel like, ooh, I need that and I need it right now. Most likely you don't feel that way about mindfulness, but you might feel that way like, oh my God, take my money. You might feel that way about the outcome that mindfulness helps achieve. Okay, next question is, what's a good nutrition and fitness course topic that hasn't been explored? So I feel like it is a common misconception that your course topic has to be something that like has never been done before and has to be completely unique. And I don't think that's the case. I mean, obviously you want to put your own spin on it and you want it to be, based on your personal experience and your opinion and your personality and all of that. But just because other people have done a course on a similar topic, it doesn't mean that you can't, if that's what you want to do. And also a lot of times, if you feel like, oh my God, it's already been done, 100 other people are already doing that, it's likely a good sign that that is going to be a profitable topic. Okay, this person said, I decided to start with a membership and then do a course. Any advice? So my only advice here, there are obviously pros and cons to memberships versus courses. I have a social media growth membership, and I also have my signature course, Online Course Academy, which teaches you guys how to create your own course. And there really are pros and cons to both. The main thing I would say though is memberships are more work. because you have to be continuously creating new content to keep the members engaged and continue paying. So yes, there is a benefit that you're getting recurring revenue from those members and it can really scale and grow over time, which is amazing. But in terms of work for you, unless you have a team like I do that's helping you with a lot of that content creation, it really is more work. Whereas an online course, if you start with that, it's kind of more bang for your buck in the sense that like you create it one time and then it can be completely passive and evergreen for, you know, years, unless you want to make some sort of updates, but you don't have to continue adding new content to it. So my personal advice would be to start with a course. But again, that's just me. So totally whatever you want to do, I support. Next question, do you take all of your photos with your iPhone? Most of the pictures that I take myself, I take all my videos with iPhone, I take all my like selfie photos with iPhone, but any photos that you see that are like travel photos, my husband takes for me and he uses a Leica. Okay, can you give us feedback on M-Sculpt? So I think I showed that in this video. It was like the machine that they did on my abs. Honestly, I wasn't sore afterwards. And I think that they said that you need to do like multiple sessions to notice a difference. So I can't really say for sure whether it worked or not because I didn't notice any difference. I wasn't sore afterwards. It felt kind of weird. And honestly, I think that they said that it was like $800 per 30-minute session. Obviously you're getting like, I think 30,000 crunches worth of like contractions. So basically 30 minutes of M-Sculpt is equivalent to 30,000 crunches, but you'd have to do that consistently in order to see a difference. And for $800 a pop, it's like, I think you're probably better off just going to a gym. But I'm not somebody who like despises the gym. So I guess it's whatever. I mean, it really is like, if you're a true lazy millionaire, I mean, I would say go for it. That's gonna get you abs quickly. Next question, is your podcast ever coming back? I don't know. It's on pause for right now, you guys, because I've been focusing on YouTube as well as like running the other parts of my business. So it might come back when I feel inspired to bring it back, but I feel like I'm not somebody who creates content just to be consistent. Like if I am not feeling passionate about something, then I stop doing it. I know that's like unpopular opinion, but I personally feel like my energy about the way that I do something completely affects the outcome of that thing. So it's like, if I'm really excited about YouTube, it's going to perform better. I'm going to grow more. It's going to reach more people. And if I'm just like getting on the podcast mic every week because I'm supposed to do it, like it's not going to be worth my time. That's my opinion anyways. How did you get Eras tickets? Spill the tea, girly. You guys, okay, at least for the US, I thought it was going to be really difficult to get Eras tickets, but it wasn't. Obviously, I did not get in right away when they first opened the ticket sale, but if you like, when I started looking on SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, I think there's a couple others where people resell their tickets. I just looked on there and that's how I found like amazing, sweet tickets. They were pricey, I'm not gonna lie. The first time that I went in Arizona, I think the tickets were $2,500 and I was on the floor. And then the second time I went, and they were resold tickets. They were $1,500 a ticket, and I was in like a really cool suite. So actually it was better to buy the resold tickets in my opinion. I'm not sure what it's like in other countries. Honestly, you guys, I kind of want to go to another Taylor Swift concert like in Europe when I'm there this summer, but I don't know if it's gonna sync up, so we'll see. How to successfully rent out furnished apartments on Airbnb. Is this a good topic? Yes, I love that topic. I think the outcome is clear. It's obviously like there's a clear ROI because if somebody's learning how to do that, they're gonna be making money from it. So they're gonna be much more likely to invest in your course that teaches that. Course ideas for real estate. Struggling with the outcome. I have 5 rental properties. How to run a successful rental property. I would also maybe be specific about like the type of rental property or even the amount of income. So like if you have 5 rental properties, I don't know if they're like high-end homes or apartments, but let's say you are making $10,000 a month from your 5 rental properties. I think a good course could be like how to generate 10K a month with rental properties, something like that. I'm a high heels dance instructor, but without a degree. I use OCA. What course topic? Obviously, I teach you guys this in OCA. So if you're an OCA student, you have everything that you need. But I mean, you could teach people how, I don't know if high heels dance is like a certain type of dance, but like literally teach people how to do that from their home. I feel like that's also a really good, it's sort of like a workout program even, like maybe 30 days to X result using high heels dance, or teaching other high heels dance instructors like a certain technique, something like that. I launched my first course last month, 6 sales only. Can OCA help with learning to sell? Yes, I would say that's like the biggest part of OCA that we teach in the course is marketing and selling, the whole sales strategy that I use that's worked for me to build a multiple 7-figure business and that has helped thousands of my clients do the same thing. Because the key is, and again, this is why I still recommend OCA for people who already have a course if it's not selling well, is that like, to be honest, it's not very difficult to create an online course. Like it's, especially with like the technology we have at our disposal and Canva and like all the easy free softwares that we have to create a course is not that hard. What is hard is marketing it and positioning it in a way that makes people feel like, I need this right now, take my money, and a passive strategy so that you're constantly getting sales and scaling your business. So those are the things that I find people struggle with more, which we teach inside OCA, which is why I still think it's a really good option for people who already have a course that's not selling. I will link more info about OCA in the description box if you're interested. Would you ever move back to Hawaii? I don't think so. You guys know I've lived there now a couple of times. And I love Hawaii. I love going there on vacation, but I find that like living there full time, I just get a little bit bored and I start missing like the buzz of the city, which is why I really love LA. And also LA is so easy to travel from. So I honestly really love LA, but I also love Hawaii. So who knows, maybe like when we're retired or something like that. Does your travel count as a tax expense? So I think they mean like, can I write off travel expenses from the business? So again, I've said this many times before, you guys, I'm not a CPA, so definitely check with yours if you are looking for like tax advice and things that can be written off in your business. And because this is not a black and white rule for business owners that you can just write off business expense. It really depends how you go about it, at least for me. So for example, when I'm traveling, basically anytime I'm traveling, I am creating content in that place. I'm vlogging, I'm taking photos. A lot of times I'm kind of coordinating my travels with some sort of like promotion, because when my Instagram content is more like exciting and aesthetic, traveling to new places, it increases like my views and my engagement. So a lot of times I will use that as like kind of a way to increase sales. And so when you are working a certain amount and you have documented proof that you are working during your travels, I think it's like 4 hours a day or something like that, but you would need to check with your CPA. It can be a tax deductible business expense. So to answer your question simply, yes, I do, but I make sure to like follow the guidelines that my CPA tells me in order to make it a travel expense, if that makes sense. Next, Birkin color. Oh my God, great question. I love this question. I would say either the black with the gold hardware, or there's one that I saw for the first time the other day that I really liked, and it was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a tan with gold hardware. Next question, I'm creating a course on soft living. Do you think it's necessary to show my face? I've been getting this question a lot because you guys, I'm sure, have seen those like faceless accounts all over Instagram blowing up. To be honest, I don't know if those work in terms of making sales from a digital product or any product for that matter. They obviously work in terms of growth because you could see a lot of them have a lot of followers, but I don't know because that's not how I run my business. Obviously, I show my face all the time. I think showing your face is really important to not only connect with your audience and build that trust, but also to kind of like share your unique essence with the world, if that makes sense. Maybe that like sounds so woo-woo, but it's like, I think a lot of times when you're only posting faceless content, there's maybe a part of you who's afraid of being seen, afraid of sharing your voice, sharing your viewpoint, literally sharing your face. And while I definitely understand that fear, it's kind of like, do you want that fear to be running your life and making the decisions for you? Or do you want to face that fear, which I felt that fear at the beginning too. Faceless accounts weren't really a thing back then. So I was like, you know what? I feel ugly today. You know what? I feel self-conscious. I feel like I don't want to be on camera. I don't know how to talk to the camera, all of the above. But I kind of had to force myself to work through that fear. And then on the other side of that, like I created this amazing business that I love so much. And now it's so easy for me to get on camera. So it's like, I think it is so much more, it feels, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what word I'm looking for. I think it's going to feel so much more like purpose driven when you get to the other side of that fear than just kind of continuing to hide. That was a long-winded way of saying, I don't know. There might be faceless accounts who are killing it in terms of profitability, but I haven't seen that. So I can't really answer that with complete certainty. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna end the vlog here. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you have other questions that you want me to ask on a future video, come over to Instagram, send me a DM. I love connecting with you guys over there. And then as always, I will link to my free masterclass below this video. It's only about 25 minutes, so I really highly recommend, even if you're like thinking about creating an online course or turning your passions and experience into something that can help other people and make money at the same time. I really, really recommend watching that. It's gonna give you all the details that you need to know about getting started, more info about OCA, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.